Hello everyone and welcome to another live protocol video. This video is going to be about the ESTP personality type and what I believe to be their best fitted role in society. And when I say best fitted role, I mean not the only thing that they can do, but what I believe due to their cognitive stack function and the way the functions are stacked, what they can actually excel and what they bring that it's more unique to them. ESTPs are a very interesting personality type to me because I do feel like they are very misrepresented, or the stereotypical image of them is not totally accurate. A lot of people think of them as this brainless thrill seekers, bullies sometimes even, but if you dig a little bit deeper, you will find that ESTPs are actually super very opposed to oppression. They love freedom above everything, and that's what they basically put out into the world is a feeling of liberation. That's what they do. So when it comes to bullying, I do believe that ESTPs are actually the ones confronting the bullies when they are witnessing injustice or someone's freedom being threatened. They are very quick actually to step up and put a stop to it. Having a SE or extroverted sensing as their dominant function makes them very action oriented. They act and think later. So shoot first, ask questions later. That's basically ESTP's motto. Anyway, I thank you so much for watching, and I hope you love the show.
What is the ESTP role in society? ESTPs are outgoing and adventurous. They enjoy hands-on work, they love to explore new things and places, and they always seem to be the first people to notice the immediate environment. They live life with all their heart and soul. They are not necessarily leaders, but they can become one of the most charismatic types without even trying. People seem to gravitate towards them, not because of their friendly demeanor, but due to their overabundance of confidence. ESTPs sometimes get a bad rap for being too forceful and aggressive with their speech. Yes, they can be at times. I attribute the cause of it to their auxiliary introverted thinking, or TI. Introverted thinking can be a forceful function when looking for consistency and veracity in facts and information. They lead with extroverted sensing, or SE, which is a very action-oriented function. When something doesn't make sense to them or goes against what they believe to be true, they may jump into action prematurely, or wing it as they go, sometimes producing adverse results. Another component of TI is a strong sense of justice. I believe introverted thinking to be a byproduct of people witnessing or experiencing injustice. For example, Plato witnessed his mentor Socrates be wrongfully convicted and sentenced to death. After the judgment took place, Plato was so distraught that he left Athens. He just couldn't bear living in a place that allowed such injustices to happen. This is the type of traumatic event that can create a strong indentation on the human mind, which then gets embedded in the psyche and gets passed down to new generations. Introverted thinking, among many other things, has a very strong component connected to injustice. That is why introverted thinking dominant and auxiliary users focus on logical precision. Carl Jung called this collection of cognitive functions the collective unconscious, functions that exist in the collective mind of humanity. Functions that are passed down to newer generations prior to experience. To be more specific, babies are born with cognitive functions. ESTP's strong sense of justice makes them unafraid to stand up for what they believe in. They are independent people who aren't afraid to buck tradition or go against the grain, especially when they disagree with laws or rules that don't make sense to them. They are also highly resourceful, and can usually find a way to get things done, even when the odds are stacked against them. What is extroverted sensing? Now that we know why ESTPs are averse to injustice, we need to also understand their dominant function, extroverted sensing, or SE. The way I see it, extroverted sensing is a function that emerged from the feeling of being trapped or caged. As we all know, there was a lot of that going around in the older days. Someone who has been trapped or caged for a long time, seeks freedom above all else, wants to absorb all the sensory around them, and wants to experience everything they possibly can. Combining their need for justice, with the aversion to being trapped or caged, creates a person that in no way is going to admit anyone else to limit them in any way. ESTPs don't waste time thinking about the future, they want to experience the present. This makes them more prone to risky behavior than any other type, because they just want to experience. This overwhelming desire to enjoy the moment, over time made SE DOMs more attuned to their environment than any other type. their senses are hypersensitive. And freedom is non-negotiable. Trapping an ESTP can prove to be a challenge. ESTPs are the most capable of escaping adverse situations. Introverted thinking combined with the kinesthetic ability of SE makes them potentially the type that is better equipped to become escape artists. What is the ESTP role in society? We've established that ESTPs don't pay too much attention to the past or the future. The present and the now are what matters the most to them. We've also noticed they cannot stand living in a way that makes them feel trapped, and they project that feeling of liberation out into the world. Following this logic, we can conclude that ESTP's role in society is to question the established order. ESTPs live to make sure freedom is being taken into account, be it freedom in society, or freedom of being. They care little about political correctness, and seldom follow a proper way of speaking. ESTPs are notorious for cursing more than most, and they break rules to inject liberty into the world. Freedom to live and experience life without boundaries imposed by outdated traditions or nonsensical rules. They live life the way they want. Experiences are more important than achievements to them. They are not overly concerned about status, because they know that in order to attain a high status, people need to abdicate some of their own freedom. What is the point of being the CEO of a company, if the work ties you to your job and inhibits you from experiencing life on a daily basis? Corporate life is closed, cold, and trapping, all things ESTPs run away from. They prefer to live in an improvisational world, because it provides them the freedom to choose the best option at the moment. Planning or strategizing is tiring and unpleasant, because it steals their sense of improvisation. The problem with being so freedom and present focused, is the very real chance to fall into the realm of conspiracy. ESTPs are not great at thinking about the future. They may get a little picture of what could be, but it's not enough to provide a clear direction. Having introverted intuition, or NI, so undeveloped, makes them assume the worst about future possibilities, and oftentimes they fall into the conspiracy theory realm that seldom has any validity, but it's best not to tell them that. The point is, ESTPs are the people that are better equipped to be defenders of liberation, that ensure that the rest of the world is given their respective rights. They constantly question authority, they constantly look to combat oppression. They may have the reputation of being bullies. And undoubtedly some more unhealthy ESTPs may be, but it's far more likely you'll find an ESTP being the one confronting the bullies, not the bully. ESTPs are more worried about experiencing the many pleasures of life than being bullies, but when they witness someone else's freedom under attack, they are quick to jump into action, making sure that everyone has the freedom they are entitled to.
If you liked the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. That will allow us to keep making more videos like this. For more related content, please click on one of the suggested videos. Thank you for watching.